So next will be regional protection of your trademark. So regional protection of the trademark, I just want to highlight that trademark is territorial, it's a jurisdictional right. You register in one country, it covers one country. So if you want to cover more than one country, you want to regionalize, you can register it in different country. There are a few ways, right? You can go country by country, or you can go through a Madrid to file in a few countries, or you can do a regional trademark like Europe. You can go one European trademark to cover the entire Europe. So what are the consider? If you want to regionalize a trademark, you consider a few things. First thing is your market. Market is the most important factor. If you really want to sell a country, then you have to register your trademark. You also may want to consider country of manufacture. Yeah, I would like to highlight this because many of my clients, they buy their products from China, but they don't sell in China. They buy from China, but they don't file in China. So what happened is the supplier file in China. So one day I want to change supplier. I want to go to a second manufacturer. The trademark owner say you cannot because the trademark in China belongs to you, to A, the company, that the old supplier. If you go to another supplier, I'm going to sue you for buying this product. So then you lose. A lot of my clients fall into this trouble because the trademark manufacturing country belongs to someone else. So this is something that I would like to highlight. Yeah, if you are really buying a lot from a market, or you manufacture, you may want to protect the source so that no one can hijack the mark from you. And there's another rule that you need to look at, right? First to file and first to use. So when you want to file in overseas, you also have to watch out that certain countries follow first to file. If you don't file, you have no rights. Yeah, and there are certain countries that follow first to use. If you use first, like Malaysia, even though you don't file but you use first, you can still challenge the mark because Malaysia follow the first to use. A lot of common law countries follow the first to use. The non-common law countries, like most of the ASEAN countries, like China, like Thailand, like Indonesia, like Philippines, they follow first to file. First to file means I don't file, I will lose the mark. But if it's first to use, then if I use first, I can still win. So what's the significance of first to use? Let's say, for example, I want to export to US, right? And US, someone registered the mark already, but I use it first. I can still use the first to use to get a mark registered in a country that practices first to use rules. So this is something that you need to watch out when you want to regionalize. You need to identify whether it's first to file country or first to use country, and you must use this rule to protect yourself. So there are most of the country in the world practice first to file. But there are certain countries that, like common law countries, follow first to use. So in the first to file country, that's where the problem is. You sell, but you never file, and someone hijack your mark. So in order to invalidate the mark, to register in that country, you need to invalidate the previous mark. If in a first to use country, you can prove that you use first, then you can invalidate the mark on the ground of you are the first user. But in a first to file country, to invalidate the mark, then you have to prove that the other mark has not been in use continuously for 2 years, or bad faith, they are your customer and they register the mark behind your back without your knowledge. Those are the things you need to prove. So it's harder to prove. So here I would like to also introduce to you Madrid. Yeah, Madrid is a way to file international trademark. Yeah, it is a centralized filing system. And currently, there are more than 90 countries which are members. This is something closest to international trademark, but it is not an international trademark. It is an international filing system. So these are the countries: Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, all the ASEAN countries except Myanmar are members of Madrid. So what's the difference between Madrid and the conventional filing? Conventional filing, you file one by one, right? So in Madrid, you must start with a country of origin. So your country of origin, usually we will use Singapore. For many, many years, we use Singapore as a country of origin. Now Malaysia can also be a country of origin because Malaysia just joined the Madrid protocol this year. So you must have a trademark registered first in your country of origin. Make sure it's registered before you go for Madrid, right? So after that, you can file with WIPO. WIPO is an international IP organization based in Geneva. So when you apply to WIPO, WIPO can communicate directly with the trademark officers of each country. They still have to go through the trademark officers of each country, but instead of going country by country, if I were to go country by country, I need to appoint a lawyer in each country. By using WIPO, I don't need to go to appoint a lawyer. We just go to WIPO. WIPO will communicate directly with the trademark officers of individual country. So that will cut down the cost, right? Because you don't have to employ a lawyer in every country. You just employ one lawyer here, and then we can coordinate with WIPO, and WIPO will coordinate each country. So that basic application is you have to have a basic application, you file with WIPO, and WIPO will talk to the individual trademark office, and then within within a given timeline, they have to approve it. If they don't reject it, then it will deem approved within a certain timeline. So that will cut down the cost and the time of registration. But the disadvantage of that is there are advantages and disadvantages. In Madrid, you have the central attack for 6 years. If your mark, if you want to invalidate all these trademark, they can attack the country of origin trademark. So if you start out from, let's say, Singapore, I invalidate your mark in Singapore, all the other country will fall, right? That's within 6 years. It's called invalidation. So it's always advisable to wait for your country of origin to be approved first. After it's approved, then you go out to file Madrid. So your trademark will not be invalidated, because if one fall, all will fall for 6 years. This is called the central attack. So Madrid is something new to the Malaysian trademark owner, but it's something that has been practiced for many years. And we have filed a fair amount of trademark through Singapore using Madrid. And we find it to be useful. One single registration to cover many countries and one single renewal. The fee is depending on the filing fee with WIPO and the individual country fee. You still have to pay the country filing fee minus the individual country lawyer fee. So because you need to pay upfront a country WIPO fee, you spend about to 1,005 Swiss francs to pay. So you don't have many countries to file, usually you go direct. But if you have multiple countries to file, maybe it's worthwhile to go WIPO. It's worthwhile to pay upfront to cover for the individual country filing fee. Yeah, this is all about Madrid. Yeah.